The new Lenovo Chromebook Duet is here, and much like its predecessor, the Duet 3, this device upgrades a few things that were absolutely needed, but keeps much of the already working formula in place. So let's take a look at what's changed and why this latest Duet is, without question, the best overall Chromebook tablet yet. Before we get into the review though, I wanted to extend a quick invitation to our awesome and quickly growing Chrome Unbox Plus community. It's a place where a bunch of Google and Chromebook fans hang out, discuss all sorts of things, and generally have a really good time together. In there, you get access to the community, access to Joe and myself, and exclusive AMAs with the Chrome OS team. We had one recently with Stella Shannon and one upcoming with John Miletus. There are exclusive giveaways, and you get ad-free experience both on ChromeUnbox.com and on our podcast too. It's a really great value at just $2 a month, and we'd really love to see you in there. So after you watch the video, head over to ChromeUnbox.com/join to learn more about this and get signed up. Now, I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. I love the idea of a Chromebook tablet way more than the actual thing itself. Now, that's not a knock to this form factor, but more of a critique of my ability to wrap my head around what I would actually use a tablet for in the first place. The latest Duet does little to change this for someone like myself, but that shouldn't bother any of you who already like tablets, use tablets, and would enjoy one that can actually be used at the desk to get some serious work done. The new Duet is 100% that device, and the upgrades Lenovo packed into this latest model easily make it the best Chromebook tablet I've ever used. First, let's quickly cover what is basically the same. The form factor, the screen, the general utility on offer hasn't really changed much. You're looking at an 11-inch screen that's 1920 by 1200, 16 by 10, IPS, and nice and bright at 400 nits. It's gorgeous, much like the two smaller prior Duets that came before it. And if you've handled the Duet 3 specifically, you know what we're talking about here. They feel quite similar in the hand, and that's a good thing. I loved the bezels, the chassis, the overall build quality of the Duet 3, and all that stuff stays for this new Duet. You can hold it in one hand really easily thanks to the 1.12 pound weight, and the all-glass, all-metal body makes it feel secure and confident. And just like last time, the keyboard and kickstand case come in the box, they're well made, and they securely snap into place with magnets all around the device. Both of them can be easily removed when you just want to kick back with only the tablet, and this whole hardware equation simply works. There's no real need to change it up. The new Duet also comes with USI pen support that once again makes a ton of sense on a device that's this portable. I can see lots of people using it to jot down notes or sign PDFs or any number of things with the pen that's even included in certain SKUs. Again, this was true of the last Duet, and having pen support at the core of this device just makes a lot of sense. Now, let's talk about the upgrades. While the Duet 3 moved the needle a lot versus the very first Duet, this new model feels a little bit more iterative, but it's in all the right ways. First up, the kickstand has been completely rethought, and it's kind of genius. With the angle of this hinge, the tablet can be stood up in either landscape or portrait orientations, and it just looks cool. To go along with that new kickstand setup, Lenovo thoughtfully added a USB-C port to both the side and the top of the tablet, so either way you position it, you have a port sitting down low to connect peripherals to. It's a nice touch. The keyboard feels just as good, if not a bit better than before, but now comes with some spill resistance. So as a device that's likely to find itself on coffee tables and coffee shops with pretty good regularity, this is a thoughtful addition from Lenovo for sure. And coming back around to the pen, Lenovo not only provides a new updated USI 2.0 pen in certain SKUs of this device, but also a much better mechanism for keeping up with it. While the magnet back won't charge the pen, it keeps it incredibly secure, and not once did it fall off when putting the Duet in and out of my backpack multiple times. The Quad A battery should last about a year, so I'm totally fine with having a convenient place to stow the pen without constantly worrying whether or not it's being charged while it's there. It's a big upgrade from the last few Duet pen holders, that's for sure. And right near that pen spot are the cameras, 5 megapixel up front, 8 megapixel around the back, and they're both really good. The front camera makes you look fantastic for video calls and comes with a physical privacy shutter, while the back camera at 8 megapixels is the first Chromebook camera I'd feel comfortable taking photos or videos with. While still not like on the level of a modern smartphone, this camera is absolutely serviceable and again, a huge upgrade over any that have come before it. And finally, on both sides of this tablet are some notable speaker grills that house some really loud speakers. Now they don't have a lot of deep tones, but they do project a lot of volume that's great for video calls or watching like YouTube videos. I wouldn't rely on them for longer, like more involved movies or shows, but they work just fine for the simpler stuff. But all of those upgrades would be useless if this thing was sluggish, right? Well, thankfully, the new MediaTek Companio 838 inside does a great job of juggling battery life and speed, giving me a tiny tablet that I can actually use at my desk to do everything a bigger Chromebook would do. Keeping multiple desks open and pushing my QHD monitor at 120 Hz, this tiny tablet barely broke a sweat. Now out and about, I never had to worry about whether or not it would keep up with anything that I threw at it either, and I'd happily work all day with this device and like a USB-C monitor, like 15.6-inch monitor in my bag. With all-day battery life easily getting me 10 plus hours of use on a single charge, this is an on-the-go warrior that you can throw just about anything at and then throw it in any bag that you so choose. Our review model is the SKU with 8 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage for $399, and it's the one I would nudge you towards if you're thinking of picking one of these up. With updates until June of 2034, you're going to appreciate that extra 4 gigs of RAM you get for that $40 upcharge, and I promise you won't miss that money in a few months. But I guarantee you'll miss the extra RAM in a few years. And that, folks, is the new Lenovo Chromebook Duet in a nutshell. It's improved in a bunch of small yet significant ways, and I can say without question that this is the best Chromebook tablet you can buy right now. For those of you that love using tablets but still want that tablet to be usable for some pretty serious productivity tasks, or if you're just looking for a small, portable Chromebook with a great screen, solid performance, and great battery life, this Duet is going to be an absolute home run for you. But that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, head down there, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to ring the notification icon as well if you'd like to be alerted when we make future videos just like this one. Until next time, we'll see you.